What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a quick interpretation of our market internals for the day. In the top left-hand quadrant, we have the volume read. Usually we're looking for minus 300 million or plus 300 million to consider a significant read. On today's session, you'll notice that there was neither an imbalance to the upside or downside for inflow or outflow of volume from the marketplace. So I would say it was a fairly neutral day out there. There wasn't a whole lot of trend based on where the volume was actually going. From our advanced decline line perspective, fairly neutral as well. For the majority of the day, we were just going sideways, indicating that, there wasn't really an aggressive trend higher where many things were moving back above the open. It just kind of was what it was. Things opened where they opened and kind of stayed either above or below and didn't really change too much in these flat sections of the advanced decline line. Sure, they were net negative, I will give you that, and that is a slightly more bearish indication, but given that the market's been up the past 4 days aggressively, it's kind of expected to see a little bit of a pullback. To be quite honest with you, I'm surprised that we didn't get closer to trend zone with many more things pulling back. This is actually more, in the context of the recent market move, I think this is actually quite a bullish indication, noting that it was fairly flat instead of more bearish, indicating more things were actually pulling back off of their highs. The tick is our next internal to really take a look at. You'll notice that they were fairly compressed, and then as the day went on, the magnitude and volatility of these swings really picked up. That was kind of kicked off by Jerome Powell around noontime as we got that big liquidation break that took us from this consolidation period down towards the lows. Nonetheless, I don't think that this has any serious implications for what the market trend could be because we were up, because we were down, and then, a lot of noise back and forth. It's not like there was domination on one side or the other in the tick across the broad marketplace today. It would be a completely different story, and I love this example from just last week. Look at this, like all of the candle action is above the zero line on that tick day, and it did lead to a nice significant cumulative build. However, on today's session, it's hard to tell who kind of won, so thank goodness for this cumulative build. We can see it was slightly negative, but it's not to the degree like we've been seeing some of these past days at the net 5,000 or minus 5,000 mark. We just barely were scratching at 3,000 on today's session, which again, don't get me wrong, is classically considered a significant read. A more flat read would be somewhere closer to, 2,000, 1,500, like kind of what we saw on this day right here last Tuesday. But nonetheless, in the given context of the marketplace, as I was just pointing out, I'm not really that concerned with the internals today. There are no major red flags that are causing divergence or indicating divergence, rather, that we should be paying attention to. I think in the context of the move, as I've pointed out, we're just getting some price digestion, right? If I quickly scrunch up this ES chart, you'll notice that it was pretty much straight shot higher, and we're getting our first day of consolidation and balance. And given these internals, I don't think that there's been a major shift underneath the hood. There's no, secret seller hanging out there really looking to push things lower. This is fairly neutral in terms of the activity we saw today, which again is confirming the activity. So that's going to wrap up our internals rundown. If you enjoyed this video, it's the first time we've done it on this channel, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.